Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Finger Guns Podcast with Tony, Dave, and James. I am your Mardi Gras Tuesday host, Jimmy, and I'm joined as always with
Big Tasty Tony B.
hell yeah,
The absolutely delightful Dave Baldwin.
absolutely and delightful. Did everyone have pancakes today?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm thrown off
I
by
have-
the feng shui of this. Like we're in a straight line, triangle.
Yeah,
I had pancakes on
Sure.
Tuesday or on Saturday too. I'm done
I
with
mean-
I'm about done with pancakes for a bit.
hey, just throw them in a waffle iron.
That's what I suggested today and she didn't do it.
No, but Dave, today is Pancake Tuesday. You
I
can't.
thought a pancake Tuesday was
you can-
weeks ago.
Hundreds of years of French Catholic tradition. You can't just throw that out the window. The people of New Orleans could never.
To me,
New
pancakes.
Orleans.
Nolans.
Nolans.
Were you there? Didn't you
I sure
hear anyone
was.
say it?
I'm not going to imitate a Southern accent, and especially a Southern New Orleans accent.
Yeah.
I'm a white boy from Canada.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Not a.
Did you get some crawfish?
I did actually. It
I'm jealous.
was great.
I want some crawfish.
You should. You should get a crawfish boil and some grits.
And just to let you know, pancakes should be enjoyed in every meal and every day.
I mean, look, if McDonald's can use them as a sandwich bun, you can
It's
use it for
true.
literally
Best is
anything you
true.
need.
Best friggin' thing Dave ever bought me was fucking hotcakes from McDonald's.
Oh
They were
man, the
super
hotcakes
tasty.
are
Yeah.
an underrated breakfast item on
Under
that
fucking
menu.
rated, man.
It's true.
They're like $5. You get like, what is it, 3 or 4 pancakes,
3 or 4, yeah.
butter, maple syrup.
A big fucking thing
Yeah.
of maple syrup.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
It's like,
You can't go wrong.
Quinny loves the hotcakes.
yeah, it's such an under an unsung. It's the unsung hero of the
Yeah.
breakfast menu at McDonald's.
Very
I love the
underappreciated.
McGriddles.
McGriddles are
McGriddles
great.
too.
I love McGriddles.
Do you know
and
you
I don't
can buy
actually mind
just-
the burrito. The
I've
breakfast
never had
burrito is
burrito,
actually
yeah.
not half bad. I had it.
Burrito, yeah.
Is
Not
it?
bad.
Mm.
You can buy the fucking McGriddle patties.
Yeah.
Melissa fucking buys them all the time, just comes home and makes her own McGriddle, basically.
How much do those cost?
Like, I think they're like $1.50, $2.
Can they just give me a bag of them?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I can
they
buy
probably,
that.
they probably just give you a bag.
20
yeah.
spot
Yeah.
and just give me a bag.
I mean, I've been blown away by some of those those Instagram reels that come around every while. And it's like it's just some other random shit you can just ask from McDonald's, and it's like, hey, can I get a bag of ice? Who the fuck?
They
Why the
have
fuck?
ice.
I know.
They have ice.
I
And
don't
they're it's
really-
like McDonald's branded ice bags, and it's just like I
I don't
didn't
know if I
even
need that.
I didn't even understand that this was a thing. Like,
That
how
is
is that a
amazing.
thing that you can do at McDonald's?
Well, if you're up north, you forgot your ice, the convenience store is not open. McDonald's is sure as shit open.
sure.
There you go.
Sure. I do have to say, I think the thing that has been making me feel like a crotchety old man a little bit is Gen Z fucking discovering the fact that you can ask for things dressed like a Mac. Like it's like this big life-changing hack that no one's ever discovered. Like, did you know that you can ask for a McDouble dressed like a Mac and it's basically a Big Mac, but it doesn't cost the same as a Big Mac? I'm like, bitch, that was my entire life in college. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
College, that was my life in high school,
Yeah.
man. Jesus.
I really just want Gen Z to just, if they discover something, I just want them to go and look to make sure that it actually is a discovery
Yeah.
and not something we've been doing since the 90s.
Yeah. Like, that was my cheap combo. Like, it was of
when
course
it was
a hack.
when it was cheap.
Yeah.
It's not much a hack now.
Yeah, when you used to be able to get that, like I used to get a McDouble dressed like a Mac and 2 junior chickens for like $4.50.
I used to
McGangbang?
dress.
Could, but I ate them separately.
I used to dress my junior chickens like a Big Mac. Like,
Yeah, well, I don't know how I feel about that.
what do you
That seems like sacrilege.
I don't-
Sacrilege.
Yeah, I don't know why Mac sauce is going on a junior chicken.
Why did they make a chicken Big Mac then?
Ah,
That was weird.
it
didn't
was
taste
weird.
right.
I didn't like it.
Dude, everyone I talked to, they said it was fucking phenomenal.
I didn't. It was weird.
You're hanging out with weirdos,
It
Holmes.
was weird. It was
It's
weird.
not-
But I will
that
tell
shit ain't
you.
right.
I will tell you, going through the
You guys
drive-through
disappoint
tonight.
me right now.
Drive-through tonight, and they have the automated. Do you want to try a McRib? The McRib today?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
We had that
I
on
don't
the-
like that thing though because it throws me off
Oh,
every
it's
time.
terrible.
Every time.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
would
when
you
it
like
goes
to
and they
try
cut
a
it.
blueberry muffin. No, fuck, bitch. It's 11 o'clock at night. I want
I'm just
a
glad it's-
burger.
I'm
The
just glad
fucking
it's
teller always like
automated, though.
interrupts it. And
Yeah,
it's just like, what
yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm just glad it's automated. When I worked at Tim Hortons, you had to like just throw it
Yeah.
in, and but it would always be something. We'd just fuck around. Do you? Welcome to Tim Hortons. Do you want to try a banana nut muffin today? Would you like to try a walnut crunch today? back when people didn't buy walnut crunches, and now apparently everybody loves it.
The retro donuts are back.
Where the fuck were you when I worked there 20 years ago?
Stop trying to make Dutchies happen. They didn't happen then.
Exactly.
They're not happening now.
Exactly. Nobody likes the fucking Dutchie.
That walnut crunch.
Yeah, we're bringing back the retro donuts. No, you're bringing back the rejects that you got rid of for a fucking reason. There's a reason Boston Cream has survived this long, and the fucking Dutchie went 6 feet under the ground.
Why do you hate the Dutchie so much?
Have you had a
gross
Dutchie,
ass
man?
fucking donut?
Honestly, the Dutchie Timbit is fucking is dope.
It's the same thing.
They don't even make those anymore.
No,
do
they don't.
No.
Good.
Just throw out the Dutchie.
Toss it in the bin.
Fuck.
In the bin.
I love it.
Do you want to talk about some movies now?
Yeah, we should probably talk
Instead of
about
fast
some
food
movies.
items.
Can we get some walnut crunches though? I'd be
No,
down for that.
No. But if we can get our hands on some Baja Blast gelato, that I will allow.
Or that Baja Blast pie.
Yeah, I will
There's
allow
a
it.
pie?
Oh, homie.
And they got chicken nuggies now too.
What?
Dude, you're behind on my reels that I've been sending. You need to catch up.
Yeah, I'm kind of behind on that.
You
You
need to go
guys are
look.
fucking ridiculous. You guys are worse than Melissa.
Look,
I'm just glad we can send them
have
together
time.
now.
Yeah.
That we have a group.
yeah, they made a new update, and now it shows you the ones that you haven't watched yet, so you can just click it, and you can
thank
actually
God.
like scroll through properly
Oh, thank
amazing.
without having to back out and go to each one.
Fuck, man.
Blessings.
Life changing.
I know.
Blessings.
Thank you, Meta, for finally putting in a feature that should have been there from the beginning.
Right?
Blessings.
Like, why would I click on Dave's reel that I sent and then go? My obvious move would be to swipe up. Why is that giving me a whole new feed based on that one video?
It's true. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's Meta's.
Is
That's
it Meta or is
perfect.
it Zuckerberg's fault? Is it Mark's fault?
It's always
Should we
Mark's
get
fault.
Mark on the phone? Should we get Mark on the?
Can we just
on
get
the-
Jesse instead?
I was gonna ask, can we get Jesse instead? I'd prefer
I
Jesse.
don't want to talk to actual Mark
They put
Zuckerberg.
up the
Jesse
big
as
baby.
Mark.
They put up
Yeah.
the Bigfoot trailer today. That looks fucking wacky.
Oh, that's
Do you know what
that's
I'm
a
talking
choice.
about?
Dude, I watched it at work. Did you see it?
I only saw a clip of it. I didn't watch the
Did
whole
you see
thing.
the
Why?
dude? All you need to do is just watch the beginning, and I was like, "Oh, great! I'm gonna get fired now."
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh no.
It's just that they're just humping quickly.
Oh no.
That's it. But it's
Oh,
like
no.
two. It's they're Sasquatches. It's animal. It's fine.
Nah, sure.
Apparently, there's no dialogue.
Yeah, doesn't sound like there is.
It's just Sasquatch is fucking the entire
Yeah,
time.
and it's Jesse,
a snuff
Jesse
film? What is
Eisenberg
it?
and
Yeah.
Riley Keough.
Of course, it's Riley Keough. Jesus fucking Christ.
I think
Okay.
it's probably an A24 movie too.
It's
Yeah.
definitely an A24.
It's an A24 movie. Excellent.
Actually, no, it's Beaker. It's
Oh yeah,
it's
sorry,
Beaker
Bleecker Street.
Oh,
It's
great.
Okay,
Street.
so Bleecker Street is trying to be A24.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Anyway, let's get into this. We got lots to talk about tonight.
Fuck me up.
Wait, do we? Anyway, so we want to go into
Did you forget?
So there may be two intros.
no, it
Go,
was going to be
go,
there.
come on,
And then
yeah.
I left it on a question. Hey, look, you
I
don't
know
have
what
to-
you're doing. Just speak. Speak about your movies.
Do you want to do some best my worst?
Yes.
All right. Jesus, fuck, man. So good.
angry.
So
Sorry.
good.
I'm salty.
I can see this.
Who's going?
I can go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I have lots. I'm gonna pick a best though. This is the
Hit me.
This is the hard one.
Sorry. Thrill me.
Throw you. I
I'll do
will.
my inner Atkins.
I'm gonna talk about fucking Beverly Hills Cop.
Banger.
Putting that in best. Never seen it before.
The heat is on, man. The
You're
heat
never
is
kidding.
on.
Seen it.
Oh my god.
Before.
Buddy, Jonathan Banks, my dude.
I'm aware.
The entire
Yeah.
that entire soundtrack is straight fire.
I'm aware.
Straight fire.
It is the epitome of a Simpson Bruckheimer joint of the
Legit.
80s.
Like top 5 best soundtracks of the 80s for sure.
Straight,
Sure. It's also-
like, just straight. Like what's above straight fire? Like it's amazing. Is what it is.
Yeah, straight flaming. The entire. It's you know what though. It was a little bit. So I watched it on the flight down to Puerto Rico. as you do.
Perfect.
It's a good
movie.
plane
That's a-
movie.
that's a good
It's
vibe
good
movie.
That's a
plane
good
movie.
vibe movie.
Yeah.
Although my girlfriend at one point did look over and she's like, "The fuck are you watching?" I'm like, "It's fucking Beverly Hills
Cinema.
Cop."
Cinema is what you're watching.
Cinema is what
It
you're
was-
watching.
It was a treat. I will say it was a little bit, I had to get myself in the mindset that like this is the 80s. This movie was written on a mountain of cocaine. And
Legit.
the soundtrack is completely diametrically opposed to what is happening in the actual movie itself. They're just playing the same song over and over and over
heat is on,
and
man.
over and over.
And the fucking neutron dance.
Yeah.
dance.
Yeah.
And fucking Axel F. Come on.
It's
Straight fire.
Honestly,
It's great.
Honestly, when that part at the beginning, when he's in the truck, like all hell has like the shit has hit the fan,
Yeah.
and then the neutron dance comes on.
yeah.
You know you're in for a good
Yeah.
time, brother.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just a blast.
Is that the
And,
one where he
like,
gets thrown through the window?
Yeah.
Multiple
and
times.
they arrest him for being thrown through the window.
I got thrown out of a fucking window.
Yeah.
The banana in the tailpipe.
Banana in the tailpipe.
Is
Yeah.
this the guy?
God,
And he's just like sitting there, like really enjoying the food that got sent over. It was, I loved Eddie Murphy.
Oh, it's Damon Wayans was in
yeah.
that scene too.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy is just so incredible. And like, yeah, just fucking hamming it up the entire time, pulling off the actions. It's just a
That is
fucking blast.
peak fucking Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is him at his absolute best.
Absolutely.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was supposed to be like a more serious Sylvester Stallone movie that they ended up turning into Cobra, and then
Yeah.
they made Beverly Hills Cop separately.
Yeah, which incredible. And also the one thing I wanted to do after it finished, I wanted to put on fucking Delirious right afterwards.
Oh, yeah,
I just
that
watched
was a good
that.
one.
Like Jesus, it's just
Or
It's
Raw.
so-
Raw's a good one too.
it's weird to say that it's like a charming movie, but it is ridiculously
It's so much fun.
charismatic and fun
Yeah.
and
It's so much
engaging
fun.
and
He's so
Yeah.
committed. Like
Yeah.
he's like, I don't feel like he's acting. I feel like he's just being himself as a Detroit cop.
yeah. Yeah, like they just caught him on a random day, and this would just be like if you hired Eddie Murphy in a police department. It's just this is what you get. There's
Seriously.
no seriousness to
No,
it.
of course
Paul
not.
Reiser.
Yeah.
And what's Judge Reinhold's Rosewood? What's the other guy? What's the other guy's name?
I can tell
my
you.
God, I can't remember what his name is.
So yeah, Judge Reinhold, yes. John Ashton is Taggart.
Taggart and
Yeah.
Rosewood.
Yeah, Taggart and Rosewood.
And then the chief of police is the fucking
It was the guy from
the
RoboCop.
asshole from RoboCop
Stephen
and Total
Elliott.
Recall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's it was just fun. It was a blind spot that I wanted to fill in, especially with Axel F coming out soon.
You should watch the
soon-ish?
you should watch
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
second
say,
one.
watch the
That's Tony
next.
Scott.
I had
buddy.
to-
Tony
I had to
Scott.
start somewhere. And I wanted to start with Beverly Hills Cop 1, so now I can go on to Beverly Hills Cop 2.
I haven't seen either of them in God knows how long, and I've never seen the third one. I just never bothered, but I know I have to
Yeah.
see it this year.
Yeah.
It's John Landis. Ugh.
Yeah, apparently it's not very good.
Yeah.
But gonna
can't
do it
imagine
anyway
why.
just to get them all. But yeah,
It's Die
it
Hard
was-
in an amusement park, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just anyway,
But,
it was a blind
yeah,
spot.
and
I
now
wanted to
you
fill
watch-
in, and it's great. And,
And
I
if you
want to watch more.
rewatch rewatch the trailer for Axel F, like you should feel like goosebumps because the trailer's awesome as it is, but
Yeah.
if you actually know some of the stuff, it's so much better.
Do you
Yeah.
think they're gonna pull a Maverick and bring back the Simpson Bruckheimer logo?
Oh, I hope so.
They have to.
I mean, it wasn't in Beverly Hills Cop 1, but I'm assuming it's in.
It's
2,
in the second one. It's in the second
Yeah.
one.
but it's
That
such
one.
a good
That
logo.
one. You're saying it's Bruckheimer Simpson? No, you watch the second one.
It's the most Bruckheimer Simpson?
It feels a lot different.
Oh wow! I'm
and
very,
Tony
very excited.
and Tony Scott.
Plus Tony Scott, and I love Tony Scott. The better Scott.
Oh man, yeah, that movie. The second one's meaner, and it's fucking. It's off the head, off the
I'm
chain.
excited.
The girl from Rocky 4 is the villain.
Yeah,
Oh wow!
Is one of the villains actually.
Wow!
Yeah.
it's good. It's
And
good.
she, if you thought she was mean in Rocky 4, like she is a menace
Yeah,
in this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Is Gilbert Godfrey in Beverly Hills Cop?
If
If you didn't see him, then he's in the second one.
He's in the second one.
Okay,
Yeah,
he's in the second one.
Yeah, because he was not in the first one. I was looking up the second one. And I'm going, oh shit, this is an interesting one. So
I'm just thinking of the chief in Detroit too. Just
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so angry. He's so mad.
Oh man, and the jacket.
Yeah, the jacket, the car.
It's the jacket.
It's the jacket. And
God,
like
I'm just thinking
the
about Gates Rock's with the
Yeah.
fucking whip.
him giving Taggart and thing robes at the end. Like Just even like on the LAPD's done. It's so good.
Oh, and that they're
like,
standing with like their legs far apart.
With the magnum, he has the magnum in his hands.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh fuck. I was gonna go home.
That's what that's literally what the 80s were about. And yes, when you guys leave, I was gonna
go home and go to bed, but now I have it on 4K. I'm gonna fucking pop that baby in.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That's happening.
Man, I haven't seen.
I know.
Okay,
this is my first time.
I want to stop talking about it.
All right.
Banger.
Save some absolute banger. Who's next? Go.
You want me to go? Okay, so I saw May December again. I watched it with mom. She was not a fan.
Yeah,
not a fan.
I'm so mad.
I also watched Turning Red again in the theaters. Still a banger. The one I would like to speak briefly about, though, is The Lion King, which I put on for the kids. I don't really think they loved it, but I loved it so much more than I ever have.
Sorry, which?
The original.
Oh, okay, thank you. I had to clarify. I wasn't sure.
John Favreau nonsense.
I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if we were having a John Favreau, The Lion King renaissance.
No, JTT and fucking Nathan Lane.
Naturally.
And Rowan Atkinson as Zazu. And Jeremy Irons as Scar.
The only Scar.
Who is definitely queer coded, and I never knew that before, but I certainly know that now. And oh my god, it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking quick.
Yeah.
Like I think I blinked and Mufasa was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it flies.
It moves at a hustle's pace, man.
Yeah. I love the Lion King.
It moves quick, and Cheech Marin and Whoopi Goldberg are the hyenas.
Oh yeah, it's Cheech.
Cheech is
I think it was Whoopi, but it's Cheech, man.
Yes, Cheech. They're the ones that aren't Ed, who just laughs like a crazy person. But like the animation is stellar. Like the scene with Mufasa in the what are they, wildebeest?
Yeah,
that scene is incredible.
Oh, and the score.
And the score is perfect.
Is next level.
Hans Zimmer's perfect.
I can literally picture everything and hear every musical note of that entire wildebeest scene that you were just describing. It's so vividly in my head.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And it's so just like
Disney was firing on all cylinders.
That is probably like Aladdin's my favorite, but like Lion King is like the pinnacle of the Renaissance. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Holy shit.
Absolutely.
Still just as good. And what we saw the new one together, right? Yeah, I don't remember it being very good.
I still haven't seen it.
It's literally verbatim like a carbon copy of the animated.
I will say Billy Eichner and
they do a good job.
And Seth Rogen, great. And obviously our boy John Oliver, great.
He's a good Zazu.
And
he's
Mufasa,
a good bird.
and clearly Mufasa.
I like Donald Glover. Donald Glover was good.
He's all right.
But
he's no Matt Broderick and no JTT.
Well, obviously. But you know who was not good was, what's his name? Chiwetel.
Well, he's not Jeremy Irons.
Well, he's not. And he just played it. He just, I can vividly remember, I love Be Prepared. That is one of my favorite songs from the movie.
Yeah.
Did you know he doesn't even sing the whole thing?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, because apparently something happened to his voice. So it's the guy who did.
Someone came in and did a Jeremy Irons Scar impression to finish it.
It's the guy who did the Winnie the voice of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you now that you know that, if you watch the scene, you can definitely pick up when suddenly you can tell it's the dude who plays Winnie the Pooh. Singing a Scar.
Oh my Christ.
Yeah. He's a talented voice actor in his own right. So,
but you can suddenly tell.
Yes,
but only if you know. If you don't know, you'll never notice. But if you do, Be Prepared.
Be
Prepared.
Still a banger. But in the live action, they completely butchered it, and I just remember being like, "Really? That's it? That's what you give me?"
And just can't wait to be king.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah,
and the super sexual "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?"
Of course,
where Timon and Pumbaa are definitely watching Simba and Nala fuck, which cool.
Yeah,
the remake does do the opening scene pretty great though. Like
that's good.
That scene, like maybe if you have to watch it, like just watch that scene and then turn it off.
I think I've seen clips of it, and
that scene looks amazing.
Yeah, I remember it looking very, very good, and it was kind of. I think they used some of that in the trailer too, and it looked very good. But
I think the trailer might have just been the scene.
That, yeah. It looked very good from what I remember as well.
Like it looks good. It's just doesn't have a soul.
Yeah.
Just like all the other ones.
When you're being, and it's always been kind of the Disney remakes have always kind of had that issue of a lack of soul.
They're hit and miss.
Yeah. Aladdin's not horrible.
I remember liking the Jungle Book.
Jungle Book
was really good too. Yeah.
That's mostly because Christopher Walken is King Louis.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And like Aladdin was good because Will Smith and
Big
Genie.
Willie.
Still haven't seen it.
I'm
told I should though.
Yeah.
But
It's
I still haven't seen it.
It's enjoyable enough. It's enjoyable enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely skip the remake of The Lion King, at least until we cover The Lion King Mufasa later this year.
Yeah, Jesus.
God,
Okay, fine. I will watch it for that.
Do we gotta watch Lion King 1.5 for that?
Oh my God.
No.
But we do have to watch Lion King 2.
Simba's
Pride, because the song in that movie is fucking He Lives in You is a fucking
that is a good one.
banger. Like that is a huge track.
I've never seen 1.5. Maybe I will watch 1.5.
It's just the first one from Timon and Pumbaa's point of view.
Yeah, but
is it really?
That's literally
more
what it
Timon
is.
and Pumbaa sounds amazing.
Well, obviously.
Nathan Lane, amazing.
Yeah,
like
no notes.
Literally, there's him as Timon and him in Dix the Musical. That's it.
Yeah,
and maybe the Birdcage. That's it.
No, he did the producers too.
And that's it.
That's it. And end of list. Stop it. We're cutting it there.
End of list.
Fair.
Tony.
So I've seen quite a lot of films.
Good for you.
Good for you.
So narrowing this like best worst or whatever we're doing.
Yeah, sure.
So for my best,
putting the banana in the tailpipe.
Banana in the tailpipe.
Banana
for
in the
sure.
tailpipe, yeah.
For my best, I have a Korean film because I'm still on a Korean kick.
Okay.
The Gangster, the Cop, the Devil.
The Gangster, the Cop, the Devil. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Our boy Don Lee.
Don Lee.
Oh,
man.
it's Don Lee.
It's
Shit. Okay.
Don Lee.
Well, now I'm back on board. Yes. How
This
can I help you?
Honestly, it was so funny because I remember when this movie dropped at Cannes, and then it was immediately sold to America for the remake, and Sylvester Stallone was supposed to be in this remake.
Yeah. It was a Fantasia too.
What's that?
It was a Fantasia too.
Yeah, it was.
Which makes sense because it's Don Lee.
Of course, Don Lee just loved Fantasia. Quick overview of this movie. There's a serial killer.
Sure.
Can I just stop you right there?
Yeah.
Is Don Lee in it?
Don Lee's in it.
That's all I need to know. Right. That's it.
He's a serial killer. Don Lee's in it.
Serial killer's on the loose. Cops trying to find the serial killer. Serial killer makes the mistake of trying to kill Don Lee. Then Don Lee shows that you can't kill Don Lee.
You can't. He's the Korean beef.
Literally. And then the cop and Don Lee, who plays the gangster, they join forces to find the serial killer.
Cool.
That's all. That's literally
done.
Like,
I'm in.
No notes.
Don't need anything else. You've sold me. I'm good.
It's not perfect, but I feel like it's not perfect because I watched it in 3 sittings.
Well,
if I watched it in 1 sitting, probably a 10 out of 10. It is.
All right.
It is like I would put it not quite in the same league as Oldboy, but like damn fucking close. It was fucking incredible. I loved it. I loved every minute. And Don Lee is so amazing. He's charismatic. He is an absolute beast, and he just he's doing circles around everybody.
Does he punch people?
Oh, buddy, he like literally like throws people through walls.
Yeah, he does.
And he's just so pissed. He's so pissed that this serial killer has basically threatened his manhood because everyone's like, oh, this guy, he stabbed you. What are you gonna do about it? You're this big bad gangster, and they're baiting him. And he's like, fuck this. Like when I find him, I'm gonna rip his goddamn heart out.
Nice. Do you think Don Lee would ever join the Fast and Furious franchise?
Oh my god, that would be
He's amazing. A big beefy boy from Korea. I feel like he could.
That would be amazing.
Like he'd fit in with all the other big beefy boys in Fast and Furious.
That would be amazing. Did you watch the Concrete Utopia sequel? Is that what it's called? It's called Concrete Utopia.
No, it's called
that's what the original one.
That's what the original
is. It's called like Badlands or something.
Badland Hunters.
Yeah, have you watched it yet?
I haven't watched it yet.
I want to watch it,
but
so
I want to watch it. But Don Lee kick, and I found this movie on Tubi, and it's called Champion. If you guys remember the movie Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone about like an arm wrestling competition, this is the Korean equivalent to that with Don Lee.
Amazing.
Oh man,
It was great.
Tony, I think you can just say at this point, you can be like a Korean movie with Don Lee. Period. That's it. I don't even need to know the title.
He's just so good.
Well, you need to know the title because you need to know what you got to watch.
No, just put it on.
Like you title Don Lee. In
Done. Yes. End of story.
The next Outlaws, or no, not Outlaws, the Roundup.
Yeah.
The fourth one's coming out now.
Oh my god.
There's supposed to be 8 of them.
Oh my god.
I'm all in. All in, man.
Tony's waiting for the 8th one to come out so that they put out a giant box set collector's edition.
Don't
I'd
fucking
buy it.
tempt me.
I'd buy it.
I know.
But yeah, the
You still
gangster,
need-
the cop, the devil.
You still need to watch Train to Busan.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
do.
That
Yes, I
movie
do.
will fuck you right up.
See, I thought Don Lee was only like a very like supporting, like he was only like shows up and
sure.
leaves. But Dave said he's a major guy, so I don't know.
Like, he's definitely like a major character.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
He's not the lead, but he's definitely
He's the
a
guy.
major character in that movie.
He's a guy.
Why have I slept on this movie for so
I don't
long?
Yeah, man. I don't know how you slept on this movie.
what you've been doing, but it fucks, Tony.
Yeah, straight up.
It's the next one.
It's meh.
It's meh.
I've been struggling with which one to talk about with this, so I'm going to briefly mention the fact that I just rewatched Wonka again,
Really?
and my girlfriend hadn't seen it, so we watched it again. That's fine. I liked it better than I did the first time.
Really?
Yeah, it moved up slightly. I don't know why.
Because
It just-
Jimmy's got Riz.
Yeah,
And Hugh Grant is just.
and Hugh Grant steals every scene that he's in still,
That's true.
and it is still legitimately funny. I don't know. I liked it more. That was just a quick note. My one that I actually want to talk about is I started rewatching the Hobbit series because I don't think I've seen that since theaters.
Oh.
And I'm watching all the extended versions because I'm a sadist. And
Those are the ones
sorry,
I have
I'm a
to.
masochist. This hurts me more.
You can just watch 3 extra movies.
I could. So I finally finished the first one. It took me more settings than I'm willing to admit to get through.
Unexpected Journey.
An unexpected journey. Yeah. And it was an unexpected lot of naps for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because Jesus fuck. And the other reason I wanted to do it too is because like I've been on an audiobook kick. I did like go through and listen to the audiobook for The Hobbit, which is read by Andy Serkis, which is excellent.
That
He's a
would be
really good audiobook guy.
That would be fun.
He
that
also
makes
does all the
sense.
Lord of the Rings series, so I'm working
Of
through the
course
Lord of
he
the
does.
Rings as well. But The Hobbit is especially good, and it's also blissfully short.
Yeah, because it's 200 pages.
Yeah, it's a 6-hour audiobook. It's excellent. But I was like, fuck, like I was going through and I could remember moments from the movie, but again, it's been forever, and those movies were so aggressively mid.
Is
It's been 12 years.
fuck. Is
Desolation of Smog wasn't that bad. I really enjoyed that one.
Circus is in the first one, right? Goldum's in the first one.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, for like 30 seconds.
No,
like 30
it's
minutes.
The main scene is in the
I
first
just
one.
remember it got
That was-
stretched out. I remember there's a lot of walking.
Correct, but so much of so again, juxtaposing the book to the movie, which I shouldn't do anyway because this movie doesn't make any sense as to why it's 3 movies long. But
I could see 2. They could have done 2. I don't know
Yeah.
about 3.
I mean, there's bullshit with this fucking head orc that is hunting them.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't fucking exist in the movies. The necromancer thing, I do appreciate them actually expanding that out. I think that was a nice inclusion because literally it's a footnote in the book. It is like, oh, by the way, while Gandalf hasn't been in these pages for a while, he did some shit with the necromancer. It's all good. Just like way off screen. Don't even
Don't ask.
don't even think about
Don't
it.
ask.
Don't even read it if you don't care. So I do like that was in there. There's things that I like about it, but it's so my problem is that it's 3 movies and it's everything feels so aggressively stretched thin, and stuff was just like shoved into this movie to pad its runtime and make 3 movies make sense. And
At least it has a proper ending, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not Desolation of Smaug where
oh god, yeah,
the dragon's
Yeah.
flying to do the
Towards the
battle,
city, yeah.
and they're like, oh shit, cut to credits.
yeah. This one has an actual thing going on.
Because I did not see Desolation in theaters. I watched it the week before. For the first time, I've only seen it once. I watched the
Yeah.
week before we saw Battle of 5 Armies.
Yeah,
And I was like, if I saw this a year ago, I would have been fucking furious.
I was furious.
I saw the two of them back to back. Before we saw Battle of the Five Armies. Yeah.
You know what? A movie I still haven't seen.
Battle
of the Five Armies.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't remember.
I liked it. I liked it in D-Box.
Yeah.
D-Box was nice.
We saw it in D-Box 48 D-Box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw
high
48.
frame rate. Yeah.
We saw that. I saw the first one with Matt, friend of the podcast, Matt Layden, and his now wife in 48.
Yeah. I think I saw Desolation in 48, but I did not see Unexpected Journey in 48.
Looked good.
But
smooth.
Like butter.
It looks great. Like it definitely looks great for that kind of movie.
Does it look as great as Billy Lynn's Long Walk to Freedom?
Yeah,
still need to see that.
Oh, Jesus.
Or what's its fucking
Gemini
Man? Yeah,
well, we saw Gemini Man in 24.
We sure
so it looked
did.
Like ass.
And Ang Lee was there.
I still haven't seen Gemini.
You don't need
You
to.
really should.
You don't need to.
You should though.
I had tickets to that screen here. I remember.
Yeah.
You know what you can live without watching?
Gemini Man.
Unless you can get I think the 4K has the high frame rate one on it.
All right,
Then
so
watch
I guess,
that.
Then I guess we'll.
Because
Do
it'll
that,
look a lot better than it did in 24. It looked like ass.
Yeah, that was. I don't know that we got anywhere near what the experience should have been. And I actually don't even know why the screening was in 24.
Yeah, that was.
It was
Such,
just.
yeah,
and why was Ang Lee there? He shouldn't have been supporting this shit. Like,
Yeah,
he should have been like,
he
why is
definitely
this
should-
not in 60?
He was probably mad.
He definitely should have been like, you guys are seeing an inferior version of the film.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah. Anyway, long story long, Unexpected Journey is still mid, and it's fine.
Just sort of fine. Eh?
It's just sort of fine. Even the extended version, still just sort of fine.
That's fair.
Longer even than it probably ever should need to be, but still fine.
That's fair.
I have nothing else to say about it. This is very mid.
Yeah. No, that sounds
We
right.
need a new movie from PJ.
No,
A
I
new
want
narrative film.
Yeah.
my 4K restoration of Meet the Feebles.
I
Well, if
just
he
want
wasn't
that
wasting
too.
his fucking time making like 6-hour long fucking Lord of the Rings movies.
Well,
He hasn't made a Lord of the
faster.
Rings movie in like a decade.
He's been focused on restoring like World War I footage and forgotten Beatles footage.
That World
I don't
War
know
I
what he's
movie
doing now.
is something else.
It's fucked up, man. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
those Hobbit movies burned him out.
Yeah. But just,
Well, if they just let Guillermo fucking do it, then he wouldn't have been burnt out.
Your boy Guillermo had literally the most projects in development during that time. I'm not surprised he didn't make that movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, PD, Meet the Feebles, buddy. Come on. That's all I'm asking for.
Dead Alive.
How about all three? Just all
All
three.
three.
All
Just
three of
put them out, man. I'm sure they're fine.
All
You've
three.
probably watched them 8,000 times. You're nitpicking every imperfection. Put
All
them
three.
out.
Just put them out.
They're good. Unless you're putting out the super long extended cut of Meet the Feebles, in which case, then take your time. Get those puppets back.
Lord.
Oh my god. I'm just remembering the fox singing about sodomy.
What was the guy? Was it a turtle?
Wobbit?
Oh no, it was a bunny.
Yeah.
Wobbit.
Yeah.
No. The bunny had AIDS.
The bunny had AIDS. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking about.
Wow.
He like came in with like a machine gun.
No, he gets machine gunned.
Oh man.
I remember the lead is Wobbit. I don't remember what he is off the top of my head right now.
I just remember that fucking walrus just like giving it to
And the fucking and the journalist, the tabloid journalist is literally a fly who likes to just swim in shit. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's just, cinema.
Cinema.
Absolute cinema.
Cinema. Let me tell you what's not cinema, boys.
Give it to me, buddy.
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Oh,
But
Not cinema.
You're putting it in the Mac category, so it's
But
not,
you,
like-
you want to know why?
why?
Because I would watch it again before I watched The Flash again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This
So
movie's
that's a
in-
low bar to clear.
This movie is not a complete embarrassment. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but watching it and knowing what they delivered with The Flash, not an embarrassment.
Right.
Like everything is there. It's coherent enough. The special effects don't look like total shit.
Right.
Would it have been better with Ben Affleck?
No, it would have been. I'll tell you what would have made it better in a sec. The problem with this film is the fact that I know I complain a lot about like all like the fucking the extra shit in superhero movies that kind of
he's
padded
getting
out.
more like movie critic-y with this film
that padded out, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's certain shit you don't need.
Right.
In this film, they take literally all of that out.
Yeah.
And scenes just kind of happen.
Oh.
Like there's a bit where they're fighting an army, and then it cuts to him talking to another guy, and he's like, I'll hold them off. I'm like, you guys have been fighting them for like 10 seconds. I'll hold them off. And then suddenly next scene, they're climbing up the building. He saves the guy, and then literally he's like, don't mention it. And then literally a half second later, they're running down the bridge because they're being chased by the army. But all the scenes where it would have made sense of the army coming, the army climbing, like why they have to suddenly run. They're missing.
There's no interstitial scenes.
There's no interstitials.
It's just literally moment, and nothing connecting these.
That movie got cut to shit, if I remember. Like, and there was like a lot of reshoots
to ribbons.
As well.
It got obliterated because there is no interstitial. There is no there's nothing keeping these scenes together.
Yeah.
Like, you know how some of the times you could see like the tape still where you're like, okay, I can see how you have to have this scene. Missing. Doesn't make like it just fucking
scene missing.
Just real missing.
Like there's so much missing, and it's all like the dumb bullshit that you don't need. But maybe you need it. Maybe you need it.
Maybe there's a reason
maybe there's a reason that it's happening. There's another bit where Black Manta, he's the villain, and he comes for Aquaman's kid. And literally the lights go out, Aquaman's dad is there, Black Manta shows up. And literally it cuts from that to Aquaman's in the building making the plan or whatever. And he's like, oh my God, I know what's happening. He's going for the baby. We got to go. And then the next scene is them running out of the water to the burning house.
Oh my God.
And Aquaman's dad, like, I couldn't stop him.
Oh
and then Aquaman's like, no. And then it cuts to black.
Oh my God.
Like, where's all the extra shit?
No.
How is this movie? Oh my God. And there's like there's like a whole bit with like Born to Be Wild that they keep replaying. I'm just like, this is odd.
Yeah.
But all of that to say, it's fine.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the first one. This one, it's just fine. And surprisingly,
loved the first one.
I know, which
I
really
don't know
made me
why.
mad.
I don't see it's like half an hour too long.
Yeah.
This one's half an hour too short.
That's
Amber
wild.
Heard's actually in the movie. Like she's in
that's fun.
the whole movie.
Huh.
Like she doesn't get much to say, but she's
there. Yeah.
She's there, and she has. That's the other thing. A lot of it's just reactions.
Oh,
like
thing happens.
Like,
cut to
Amber Heard reacting, and then the next scene. It's
wild.
so odd.
Huh?
It's so odd. It's not embarrassing. It's not great. It's not good. It's vaguely watchable, but you're like, you definitely chopped this movie up badly. Like,
here's a fun question:
what the hell?
Because you're the only one that's seen both of them. Which one ended up, do you think, fared slightly better? Do we think Aquaman is slightly better than the Marvels, or vice versa?
For one thing, Jason Momoa actually wants to be there.
Oh, okay.
Brie Larson does not want to be there.
That's right. Yeah.
Like the cast, like who you actually get to see act, seem like they want to be there.
Yeah.
And Randall Park has like an extended, he's like almost a main character, and he was like a side character in the first one.
Yeah.
He's like a main character in this one, which is odd.
He's a newscaster, isn't he?
No, he's like a scientist who works with Black Manta.
Guy. Okay.
And so they bring back Buddy from The Conjuring. What's his name?
Patrick Wilson.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
He looks from The Conjuring.
He looks gorgeous, obviously.
Sure.
And
because I remember this in his review.
And he just keeps coming. They have like, because they're brothers, and it's kind of working out. And they kind of bust each other's balls.
Sure.
And it just kind of plays out, and whatever. It's fine. He's the only one who seems to know the tone.
Oh.
Which is also the same thing in the first movie, where he's the only one who understands the tone.
The tone, yeah.
that he's going for. But you could have cut him straight out of the movie
And it would have been fine.
and just replaced him with Topo,
Yeah.
who's the octopus who plays the drums in the first one.
Yeah.
Like he's like a covert, like special
Yes.
ops octopus.
Yeah.
And he like helps Aquaman break Patrick Wilson out of jail.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why didn't you just keep him with the octopus?
Yeah.
They
Where's
could've
the buddy cop
like,
octopus movie?
Like it could have just been buddy cops with the octopus. Would have been so much better.
Yeah.
Like Patrick Wilson's great, but CGI octopus and fucking Jason Momoa going at it together.
Yeah.
I think that
That's
would
where
have
it's
been
at.
inspired.
Yeah.
Inspired. Needed more Topo.
All right.
And you know what? With Born to Be Wild, and they had Spirit in the Sky playing at one point as well. They could have just gone to the credits, and they could have just rocked out.
Nice.
I would have paid top dollar fucking Jason Momoa on the guitar and fucking
like a Shrek style musical montage at the end. Yeah. That would have been fun.
And they're just fucking rocking out. I would have loved it. It would have been amazing.
Yeah.
What a way to end the DCEU. Fucking
Aquaman
that's
and
this
right.
octopus fucking
right.
rocking out instead of Patrick Wilson eating a cheeseburger with a cockroach in it.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. That's how it ends.
I mean, I guess.
It's certainly a choice.
Yeah.
Again, not an embarrassment, but not very good either.
So just a all round rest in pieces to the DCEU.
Yeah.
And we'll just never speak of any of it ever again.
I still need to see Black Adam and Blue Beetle. So
You really don't.
I don't think you do.
I
also have not seen either of those. But
I've seen both.
yeah.
Blue Beetle is a capital C choice. And I could not explain to you what the fuck Black Adam was.
I gotta get my Dwayne Johnson numbers up, Tom.
Oh god.
And Pierce Brosnan, man, come on now.
Brosnan, yeah.
And I mean, the hierarchy of the DCEU shifted not even a little bit.
Not even a little.
In fact, all it did was dig the 6-foot grave deeper.
Legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah, the hierarchy did not change.
I think the only thing I'm ever going to remember about that is Dwayne Johnson campaigning so hard for that movie.
He sold it with all his heart. He put his soul into that.
He put way too much into it. Once everyone started saying it was a bad movie, stop attacking people, dude. It's a bad movie.
Well, why do you think he's doing A24 movies now?
Yeah, he pivoted. He's going for the Oscar now.
Between that and being the CEO of the WWE, he's got enough going on for him.
God.
The strike. There's a writer's strike, so I think he goes back to wrestling.
Hey,
John Cena did it too.
I know John Cena did it too. I don't know why John Cena did it.
How many
many fucking movies coming out?
How many people in the fucking Dwayne Johnson teat? He needs to keep the cash flow coming in, man.
$7. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And he's got Moana coming.
Oh yeah,
Moana
Jesus
sequel.
fucking Christ.
Yeah.
It was a Disney Plus show that they upgraded to a fucking full blown movie.
Yeah.
Capital C choice.
Yes, sir. Keep the train a moving.
Tony.
We on meh?
We're on meh.
We're still on meh, if you can believe it.
So,
We're actually moving pretty quick.
a film that is slightly better than Dave's.
Sure.
Slightly is a big margin.
It's okay.
I saw Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yes, correct. You
I
got
wanna
that
see
right.
that.
Yeah,
I do want to see that too.
Cool. Stop watching it after the second act.
Oh no!
I did hear that. I did. Hear
I'm
that it takes
gonna give you the play-by-play of this movie.
Sure.
So, by the way, I'm on board until the third act.
Yes,
until
got
the
that.
second act turning point. I was on fucking board.
You were sitting there. You're like,
you are
fuck,
not the
yeah,
first person
fuck,
I've
yeah.
heard say this.
I am fucking half an hour in, and I was like, Melissa, this is actually really good. I'm really fucking into this, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I'm kind of into this too. Yeah, and then it goes off a fucking cliff.
Oh no!
Okay,
Does it jump
play-by-play.
the shark?
First act is
Yeah.
play by play. The first one, you got your characters, you're setting everybody
sure.
up and
Yeah.
everything, right? And then you got your second act, which is the big battle. It's fucking
The first,
crazy.
like the first inaugural Hunger Games. Yeah, is that it?
No, they were on their 10th. I
10th.
thought.
Sorry. Okay,
10th.
whatever.
But
Yeah.
keep in mind what technology was back then, right?
Sure.
So the Hunger Games wasn't in this big elaborate fucking forest world thing.
Yeah.
It was in like a fucking
Like a warehouse?
Yeah.
a Roman Coliseum kind of
Yeah.
thing,
Sure.
right? And keep in mind that that there's protests about this and everything, and the stadium gets spoiler, it gets blown up, but they still have the games, right? So they're fighting in this like decrepit fucking thing that's
Cool.
like falling to pieces, basically.
I love it.
Right? Sounds cool. It sounds like a pretty good fucking movie. And then you get to the third act and it's just a lot of walking. Just a lot of walking, guys.
Why?
I like turned to Melissa. I was like, do you know what this movie's about anymore? She's like, I'm not quite sure, Tony.
How was all the singing? I heard there's a lot of singing.
I'm sorry, is it a hidden musical?
No, not quite. But I heard there is a lot of ballads.
A lot of ballads.
Rachel Zegler, right?
Yeah.
She's just like
she's phenomenal. She's great. I really like, again, I'm only judging this movie from the first act to the beginning of the third.
Yeah.
She was phenomenal. And the guy who played Snow, he was actually pretty good too. I really enjoyed him.
Schwartzman.
Obviously Schwartzman. Schwartzman's like no contest.
Yeah.
Viola, the Queen.
The Queen does what the Queen does. It's kind of out there. She's out there. She's really got range.
Yeah, of course she does. She's the Queen, Tony.
She's the Queen.
You know who we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Viola Davis, in case anyone doesn't know.
Yes. Yes.
I just don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
And Melissa's like, "Are they going to make a sequel?" And I was like, "God, I hope not."
So it just took. It
takes a fucking nosedive.
Yeah. No, it just takes in other ways what would have been a very good movie.
Yeah.
It just tanks it.
Well, I heard it's because they wanted to make 2 movies and then they just decided not to.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that makes sense. Because fuck, like I was like, really? That's the motivation? That's why he's a fucking son of a bitch? No, not earned. And that is weak. That is fucking weak, man.
So it's a good thing you didn't see it in the theater.
Very good thing.
Yeah. So skipping it was the right choice.
It was the right choice. Technically, it's probably still in the theater now because there's nothing else fucking out.
Well, I mean, besides our main topic of the evening, but yeah, I agree.
Apparently, the cinematic masterpiece called Madam Web is coming out tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Madam Web Day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Super.
I really wanted to see it, but the more I hear about it, the less I want to see it.
No,
man, I'm so ready.
I want to go to see the Bob Marley movie. Actually.
Heard that's terrible too.
All right. Well, cool. I guess Tony's not going to the theater.
I guess February's just a write-off. We'll just see you, Dune, everybody.
See you, Dune. There's still time.
There's still time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to worst.
Let's go.
Sir.
All right. I rewatched and we've talked about on past episodes that I was going through Star Wars. My girlfriend and I were watching all of them. We finally finished.
Did you watch Solo?
No, actually, we did not. No, okay. So we've almost
watched Rogue One.
Yes,
okay,
absolutely. Because Rogue One is
really Rogue One and not Solo.
Rogue One's a banger, man.
Solo's fun.
Is it?
If you have to say fun as the adjective to describe that movie, it's not good.
Is it, Tony?
I had
Is
fun.
it fun?
Anyway, top dollar for it? Not so fun.
Fucking yeah, like what's your name? Han. What's your last name? Like, fucking what a piece of shit. Anyway, I want to talk about I want to talk about The Rise of Skywalker.
Oof.
Which I ended up inadvertently basically watching back to back with The Last Jedi.
That was a choice.
And
that's a long day.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Well, it was more like we finished The Last Jedi. We had about 40 minutes left in The Last Jedi. And then...
Okay. Yeah, that would do it.
But it was only a few days prior that we started The Last Jedi. It hadn't been that long. Man, that movie is such a piece of shit. It's so bad when you watch it back to back with The Last Jedi.
Well, obviously.
I remember I gave it a decent rating. I'm like, yeah, it was fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's over. I don't want to watch this again.
No, it's aggravating. Like, and I mean, like, no one really, like, you're not just going to throw on The Rise of Skywalker. At some point, you're going to rewatch The Last Jedi first before you get to this movie. And it's heartbreaking to see what the hell they did in this movie. And it angers me so much to know that a whole bunch of fucking randos on the internet made The Rise of Skywalker what it is. And
where they hated Last Jedi so much, and then they pivoted too far, and then they pleased nobody.
They pleased absolutely, but like you're watching the decisions that they're making, and also like you're watching the absolute giant leaps that they have to take in order to undo whatever the Last Jedi did.
Yeah.
Literally, there was literally a line, I shit you not, at the beginning that someone goes, that they find out from the fucking message that they get from the spy, which also fuck that reveal.
I don't even remember what he's talking about.
Isn't Benicio del Toro in it?
No, he's in the Last
That's
Jedi.
the Last Jedi. No, the spy reveal was Domhnall Gleeson's character.
Oh,
He's
right,
like,
right,
I'm the spy. And I just wanted
right.
to literally carve my eyeball out.
Right, because he wants to turn.
Correct. And no, so the line I'm talking about, they get the information right at the beginning. That's the whole thing with the Falcon. It does the light speed skipping, which cool. They find out Palpatine's back, which first of all,
Palpatine.
Do you
guys remember that they explained how that happened in Fortnite?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Star Wars reveal. Yeah, I remember that.
So, but instead in the movie though, they go, Palpatine's back. How is he back? Somehow Palpatine's back. That's it. End of conversation. We're never going to discuss it again. He's just back. Shut the fuck up about it, apparently, is what this movie's whole answer was. It's so bad. It's bad from the title crawl.
Yeah.
The dead speak? Go fuck yourself.
I remember this. I remember that vividly now.
It's just bad. And I know they had a little bit that they had to do with Carrie Fisher's passing, and they only had a certain amount of footage. Even that, some of that doesn't really hold up that well, because it's like you can tell that, ooh, this scene was supposed to be meant for something else, and they repurposed it to mean this, and it's just heartbreaking. Although I will say the scene where Rey jumps over Kylo Ren's TIE fighter, that's a pretty cool scene. It's great.
And the scene on the bar, is it a barge or whatever, with it's like a rainstorm or something?
Yes.
That seems kind of cool.
Yeah. There's cool.
What about the scene when they're all like banding together and like it's on the ship? And
that seems goofy.
No. Goofy. That's what I see.
And I'm a Babu Frank apologist.
You should feel bad about that.
I don't understand.
Babu Freak is no.
You keep his name out of your fucking mouth.
Are we not allowed to like Babu Freak?
Yeah, he got canceled.
He got canceled? No. What? I'm so out of the loop. Bring me back into the loop.
Yeah, we'll send you the
boomer wants to be back in the loop.
We'll send you the link to why Babu Freak got canceled, Tony.
Yeah, it's on World Star.
Jesus. All right.
No, man.
I remember the Chewie fake out death where I was like,
God,
are you kidding?
Yeah. The Chewie fake out death, that plays out so badly now that you know that Chewie doesn't die. Him getting that stupid medal at the end was dumb. Her fucking taking the name of Skywalker at the end, well, she just looks over
fucking
and it's like Force Ghost Mark Hamill going, yeah, fuck you. Like her lightsaber is legitimately cool, but then just the whole movie gets undercut when she goes, Skywalker, fuck yourself. Just literally bury yourself in that sand on Tatooine.
I remember that scene the last shot of the movie got spoiled for me that day.
Yeah.
The day I saw it. And I was just like, the hell is this?
I almost screamed at the screen.
And then it pops out. I was like,
are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. It's awful.
Oh my God.
It's bad. It's just bad. There's nothing.
I almost got in a fight after I saw that movie.
There's sorry, I'll rephrase what I was going to say. There's very few redeeming moments in this movie. Most of it is bad. Just
when they
a disjointed mess. Not earned. None of it. Disjointed mess. The weird implication.
That was like fan fiction at that point.
The weird implication that one chick is Lando Calrissian's daughter. That's still creep shit city. Like.
And there
you go.
And that Finn spends the whole movie like, I really got to tell you something. You're like, yeah, he loves her. No, he's force sensitive.
Force sensitive.
I'm okay
What does that mean?
I'm sure Finn also took on the last name of Skywalker because why the fuck not?
What does force sensitive mean?
That he
doesn't
can
have the
use
force?
the force.
Yeah.
Oh, he can use the force.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he spends the whole movie trying to tell her that.
Yes.
And then I don't think he even tells her.
No, he does not.
But you think the whole time that he just wants
It's
to
gonna
tell
be
him
an
to
I
tell her
love
that he
you or
loves her.
something, yeah.
John Boyega
'Cause
got fucked by Star Wars,
he-
man.
He got royally fucked in that movie, and so did Rose.
The girl
She-
from Rose.
Chico.
Yeah, she got royally fucked, but you know what's interesting? So, because as I said, I rewatched The Last Jedi. I understand what the fans did to her afterwards. And so I always feel bad about saying anything bad about her performance in The Last Jedi, but it's so wooden. Like, she's not a good actor in that movie. I don't know if I haven't seen her in anything else, so I'm not going to say anything about it.
She's
And, like,
she's in
her part gets obliterated in The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
so
that's
whatever.
embarrassing.
But she's not a good actor. She's just all of her line deliveries were bad, and it was the most unearned kiss with Finn that I've ever seen.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a real kiss type thing.
I know, but it was still like it was played for a moment, and I was just like, "Ugh, come on! Like this isn't a." Anyway, that's like the one thing I don't like about The Last Jedi is her performance.
The Last Jedi.
Yeah, no, about The Rise of Skywalker, there's many things I don't like.
Not Canto Bite in The Last Jedi.
That has its moments. It's not great.
It's not great.
Me and Melissa are about to finish Marvel, and I was like, yo, we got to watch Star Wars after. And she's like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
down. So I'm very excited to rewatch Rise of Skywalker because all this shit that you guys are saying, yeah, it's all Greek to me.
Well, we were mixing a little Last Jedi
Okay,
in there,
yeah.
but
And
Yeah.
25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace.
Nice.
yeah, so it's a good time for a rewatch. Go
Yeah,
for it.
definitely.
It's
Now
This is pod racing.
great moment. Most of that movie I don't like a lot, but actually it's aged quite well.
The Duel of the Fates is literally the best fucking lightsaber battle scene.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
hands
no,
down.
Like hands down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
one of the best
The la-
scores.
Yeah.
Like you say what you want about the Phantom Menace, the pod racing
No,
scene
yeah.
is fucking awesome,
I
and
have no
so is
complaints.
that fucking fight scene.
Yeah.
no, it's actually not that bad of a movie. Upon rewatch this many years on,
Well, that and you also watched Rise of Skywalker. You're like, okay, so that's how bad it can get.
yeah, you already understand how
Clack
far
of the
back.
Clones isn't that great, guys.
It's got Yoda fighting,
Still better than Rise of Skywalker.
and it's got that whole thing where he's trying to figure where he's like a fucking hardened 1930s detective
Yeah.
trying to find stuff out that you're like, okay, yeah, that thanks, Captain Obvious.
He also doesn't like sand.
I know he doesn't like sand, Tony.
that seems great.
I know he doesn't
seems
like
great.
sand.
I've been saying it like at least I've been saying it a lot to Melissa just
Yeah.
randomly.
Yeah.
And she's like,
I don't like
what,
sand.
what do you mean you don't like sand? And I
Chorus
was
that
just
gets
like,
everywhere.
wait until you watch Star Wars and you'll understand.
God.
I can't wait. I love watching movies where there's lines in it that me and Dave and you say in
Yeah.
open conversation, and she's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. That's where this is from? Yeah.
You guys aren't original."
No, not really.
No,
Not at
we're
all.
really not.
They're just
Not
really
at all.
deep cut jokes.
That's not even that deep a cut.
No, not that one. I mean other ones.
Like the banana and the tailpipe.
Yes, like the banana on the tailpipe.
Fuck.
Or the Credence.
Oh, the Credence.
Yeah, great.
One hold up. One hold
For
much
the
up with the
tape
tape
deck.
deck.
Or
Or
the
the Credence.
Anyway.
Hit us with your
Yeah,
worst.
man.
The last time we spoke on a podcast, we were talking about John Carpenter.
Yes, we sure were.
And Tony kept telling us, kept going on and on about how Ghost of Mars is awesome.
I was hoping that one of us would bring this up.
Mars.
And let me tell you, James, the worst movie I've seen in the last like month is John Carpenter's Ghost of Mars. It is
Oh no.
fucking awful.
Oh no.
It is
That was
so-
it was horrific.
It is so
Oh, no.
fucking bad.
Absolutely horrific, James.
It is
That's-
so bad. So unbelievably bad.
Like there's nothing redeemable about this
I'm
movie.
scared about all of this. This is
The
a
line
make
that
it-
I,
make us actually
the line that I was talking about,
Yeah.
glorious.
It is
Still
the
hits.
last line in the movie.
and it's
Oh my
and it
God.
happens right at the
You have
end.
to sit through the whole thing to get to the good lines.
It's just not good. The makeup effects are terrific.
Oh, all right.
Terrific. And there's a couple of horrific parts or horror parts that are not too bad. But then just like
Jason Statham also has hair in this.
Oh, that's weird.
So it's a little jarring.
That's super weird.
That's
and
weird.
When he keeps hitting on Natasha Henstridge.
He's been a bald man since 1997.
He keeps hitting on Natasha Henstridge. And she's like, no. All right,
Wait
fine.
No, hang on.
And then they get interrupted.
He was bald in Lockstock.
Well, he has hair in this one.
He has hair.
This
in this
is
one.
weird.
He was bald. He was bald in Snatch
In
too.
Snatch.
No, he had hair in Snatch.
No,
maybe not a lot.
He definitely had hair in the one. The one came out in the same in the same area.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
yeah.
Weird. I don't know. I'm just weirded out with
like it's
him with
very
hair.
thin.
Yeah.
It's very thin, and just I don't know, man. It's definitely been cut up because you're like, okay, cool.
It's
just someone,
it's painful.
Someone like runs out to
Yeah.
go figure something out.
Yeah.
And then like maybe like 20 minutes later you come back and like they've been beheaded and their like head is on a spike and you're like, oh, cool. And just, yeah, it's, I don't know. The whole plot is they're on Mars. They have to go extract something or other, or they have to go get Ice Cube. They have to extract him, bring him back to whatever.
Ice Cube's a prisoner.
Ice Cube.
Yeah. And not a literal Ice Cube.
When you said they have to go get Ice Cube.
James, it's like a
Okay.
it's like a prison transfer.
Got it.
Yeah. And then they go to like
on fucking Mars.
And they go to like the area where he is. He's like
Sure.
in like a specific like village town
Sure.
thing. And it's desolate. It's all gone.
Oh.
They're like, why is there no one here?
Right.
And then they find out that the
Like
ghosts,
Scooby and the gang are up to their old tricks.
they find out that the ghosts of Mars have got them. It's basically
Got it.
kind of, oh my God, what is it kind of like? They just kind of like,
It's kind of like Doom in a way.
they kind of get possessed.
Yeah.
And then they do weird. It's actually kind of like Event Horizon too. Anyways, they get possessed.
Yeah.
And then like they either kill people or they turn into like this cult thing.
Oh, all right.
And it just goes from there, and it's just bad dialogue, and they hinge the whole
dialogue.
They hinge the whole movie on
Lord.
Natasha Henstridge, who is not
doing a good job.
she is
Oh,
not
no.
a great actress as a lead.
Oh no.
And just Jason Statham's there, and he's odd.
Oh no.
The worst
Clea
one-liners
Duvall
in the
shows up for some
Yeah.
reason. You're like, okay,
She's there.
No.
cool.
And
Who's Jackie? What's Jackie Brown's name?
Pam Grier.
Pam Grier.
Pam Grier.
Yeah.
She like has like you're like, oh, she's gonna have like a pretty meaty role. No.
Great.
No.
Cool.
Ice Cube's the only one who looks like he's having a blast.
Oh.
It's
So it's just
fucking
bad.
bad.
So, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
bad. Like capital B bad.
It's hard for me to even imagine because, like, I guess I've only ever seen John Carpenter bangers, but like,
John Carpenter if he made a miss, this is it.
woof.
Yeah, Wolf
Yeah.
is right. I sat there and I was like, I can't believe this. And it's short.
Yeah.
It's like 90 minutes. 90 minutes, clean 90 minutes. And
Yeah.
it's fucking agonizing.
Oh, God.
I'm just like,
Excruciating,
what
man.
the hell?
Like, it's
Why
just-
is
yeah.
it so going?
Yeah.
And it's told like she comes back and she's the only one who's left and she has to tell what happened. So it keeps cutting to all these different flashback moments and flash forward. It's all like it's all over the place, and you're just like, why? Just tell a linear story.
Yeah.
Why is all this nonsense? And people keep getting cut in half for some reason. That's just how they
It's
die. They just keep getting cut in
viciously
half.
violent.
Yeah.
At one point, they're like running away from the Martians, and the Martians are like throwing like saws at them, basically,
Good
like the
God.
circular ones.
Yeah.
And it's like the one guy just like gets cut in like multiple pieces, and his body's just flaring. It's like fucking MS Paint.
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
CGI.
Lord.
That level of
Oh,
CGI.
Lord.
Like it's very computer animated.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Windows 98. Like,
Yeah.
more like Windows 3.1.
yeah,
Oh,
seriously.
God.
It's not
pitiful.
good. It is not
All
good.
right. All right. So that's a no.
Yeah, that's
That's
a big fucking no.
Leave that movie in
Yeah.
high school where it belongs.
Fair.
It's awful.
Tony.
So definitely saw a lot of bad movies. Just want to give special shout outs to every single bad movie. Role Play, that's the new one from Kaylee Coco on Prime. Don't bother.
Cool.
Lift, the new Kevin Hart joint. That man has sold out. Like,
Wasn't good.
He sold out, man.
All right.
Like a heist and 40,000 feet in the air on an airplane. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, all right.
This is bad. Is it? So it's not like Money Plane.
No, it's not.
Well, then
We
what's
haven't
the
even
point?
seen Money Plane.
I know,
yet.
but you could bet on a man getting fucked by a crocodile. Or what is it? Guy fucking a crocodile? Is that what you can bet on?
Probably better than anything.
Tokyo
like that.
Drift. That was a treat.
Oh, that's fun.
Deuce
Fast
Bigelow,
and
Male
Furious.
Gigolo.
I like that
Yeah,
movie.
no.
Yeah, it has not aged.
There is some charm. There is some minutia of charm.
There is Dave, there is no charm.
There's
The only
a little bit of charm.
only charm is Eddie Griffin playing an overtop fucking heat pimp.
When you watch European Gigolo, Tony, you'll change your mind.
Oh no.
I don't want. I try to forget that movie exists.
That movie is an atrocity.
I saw it in theaters.
Is it
Really?
I did.
I saw
it a
the first
crime?
one in theaters. I didn't see the second one. That's painful,
Yeah.
Tone.
Legit. It was.
That's painful.
I was upset.
Just that whole bit where he keeps getting the girl to get like the sea snails just so he could see her tits.
Yeah, like what the fuck, man? And like, but you know what?
Fair, man.
I was gonna say, Eddie Griffin is the he pimp, but Odette Fair as the prostitute.
yeah.
He is Odette. Just you know who needs to make a renaissance? Fucking Odette Fair.
That's fair. That would be fair.
Anyways, the movie that I'm going to talk about real quick because I see James is getting really antsy about the runtime.
I'm not getting antsy.
Thor: The Dark World.
Cool.
So as I was saying, we were trying to revisit all the Marvel movies. I'm doing
Yeah.
a list on Letterboxd. Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, it's not very good.
No. I'm trying to understand the plot, like, and I just can't. I can't.
They
and
need
now that
to get the red goo.
I remember
Natalie
literally
Portman.
nothing.
yes,
That's it.
and
They need to get the red goo out of Natalie Portman.
I didn't when I originally saw it. I had no idea who the villain was, and it was like, you know what, he was
Oh,
kind of
Malekith?
right, and he
Yeah.
was like, wow, he was a villain. He's like kind of like I can see that, but now that I know who's behind the makeup,
Yeah.
it takes me right out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it Christopher Eccleston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
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 But all I'm seeing is, you know, the crazy guy in The Leftovers or the fucking guy from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
It's
Giving
50
a-
cars, not 49 and a half. Like,
Yeah.
He's on True Detective right now.
right?
Yes.
Like, I just can't unsee it. And
just
it's
giving,
like,
just giving a real, like, not even a great performance.
no, not
Just
at all.
kinda
Not
phoned
at
in.
all. And like, you can tell, and he's like speaking another language, right?
Yeah.
And you can just tell it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember literally nothing. When we were talking about Rise of Skywalker,
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't remember any of that. This is me with Thor:
Yeah.
The Dark World.
And the fake out
So
death with
forgettable.
Loki, like, give me a
Yeah.
fucking break. And then him pretending to be Odin to throw off Thor
Yeah.
and send Thor on his fucking way, like,
Well, they come back to that in Ragnarok.
They do.
Well, obviously
They
they
address
do.
that, which is a lot of fun.
Is this the one where Renee Russo dies?
yes,
All right.
yes. And Loki has a temper tantrum in it. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
This is all that movie.
Okay.
I tried really hard. And then I realized that, and then you realize that it's the guy who directed a bunch of Sopranos episodes that's
Yeah.
directing this movie.
Yeah. And yeah.
Right.
We lost Kenneth Branagh for this guy.
Yeah, exactly. And like we've seen Thor within the last like 3 or 4 months, I would say. And just going from that to this, and it's radically fucking the two movies are radically different. And then you throw Ragnarok in it, and that's totally friggin' different. And then
Yeah.
you throw Love and Thunder, like this little like quad of Thor is literally
Yeah.
like just fucking big fucking swings. And I don't get it.
They didn't know what to do.
They didn't know what
No,
to
they
do.
had no idea. And
Kenneth
it
Branagh
shows.
went like Shakespearean, like,
and like you can see like, okay,
yeah.
like it definitely hasn't aged well. I liked it a lot
It's
better
fine.
than
Yeah.
I did now, but it still has some good bits. Dark World, there's nothing good about it.
no.
This is a film.
And he's,
Like this-
he's doing something. I
He's
don't even
doing
know.
something. I don't even think Alan Taylor knows what he was doing.
No.
And then you get to Ragnarok and Watiti's being Watiti, and you get to Thor, you get to Love and Thunder, and Watiti has gone off the deep end now.
No, Watiti's been off the deep end for a while now. That money went all to his head.
Literally.
So did the threesomes with Rita Ora and the girl who plays Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, well that would do it.
Holy shit. Okay.
Tessa
Did you not
Thompson?
know that?
Tessa
Tessa
Thompson.
Thompson. Yeah.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, good for him.
Happy for him.
Seriously.
Happy for him.
Yeah.
But it's
Michael B.
addled
Jordan's
his
probably
brain.
pissed off about that.
It's addled his brain. But anyway,
He needs to come back to Earth.
You still haven't
Yeah.
seen Next Goal Wins.
nope.
Shut up.
Just
Next Goal Wins was
I'm a Next Goal Wins apologist as well, but you will watch that and then
All right,
yeah,
fair.
you will see that something has happened to Mr. Watiti.
Anyways, Thor Dark World.
Yeah,
Not quite as bad as Love and Thunder,
sure.
but definitely not like good at
Yeah.
all.
And it was also the era that Marvel was trying to tie things into like ongoing week to week TV series with it was like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. time.
See, and like
That
when
was
we were
weird.
going through the movie, I was like, "Hey Mel, did you know there's an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode that's dedicated to cleaning this
Yeah,
this up?"
Literally.
And I was like, and I remember that episode. And that
Yeah,
episode
me
was
too.
a banger, right?
Yeah.
But that episode was better than fucking Thor Dark World.
Yeah.
Like I don't get it.
It was a weird time. They
It was
hadn't
definitely a weird
figured
time,
anything out
and
yet.
you could tell they were trying to just lead up to Thanos, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Thor Dark World.
That's good. I'll take that as a bad. I have no interest in revisiting it again. I've tried to redo the Marvel series every once in a while. It's hard to make it through all 20 of those fucking films.
Yeah.
There's like 30 of them now.
There's 30 now, but I
33.
mean, like to get to the end of phase 3 or whatever the fuck, it's difficult. It's too many, and it grates on me.
That's why we just do it like once. We just
do.
do it in a once in
Yeah.
a while kind of thing, right?
I want to
Yeah.
watch Iron Man 1, 2, and 3 again.
Yeah.
I really want to.
That's a good time.
Also because I want to know how Tony Stark built this in a cave. Right?
Yes.
What is it? With spare parts in a cave?
Yeah.
How does he say it?
It was, Tony Stark built this in a cave with scrap parts,
With
scrap metal.
With scrap metal. Yeah.
Scrap metal.
Dude, I love the friggin' Super Bowl memes of Travis Kelsey,
Yeah.
like yelling at his coach, and it's like that.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Tony Stark thing.
Scraps.
It's good. But yeah. Do we have a Shutter minute today?
Yeah, we're gonna get fucking weird tonight, boys.
Let's go.
Evil lurking deep inside, its darkness knows no limit. So listen closely if you dare. This is the Shudder Minute.
What do you got for me, man?
All right, hey guys,
We're timing you.
we're timing me. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, do y'all remember Terrence Howard?
Yes.
Do I?
We were literally just talking about Iron Man.
Yeah. Do you guys remember Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Oh, Cuba.
From Radio?
Yeah, from Radio.
From Radio. And Snow Dogs.
Yeah.
And what is it? Boat Trip?
Boat Crew. No. Yeah, Boat Trip. Yeah.
Cool Runnings.
Cool. Is he in
He's
Cool
not
Runnings?
in
No,
Cool
he's not in
Runnings.
Cool
Come on, James. Anyways,
He's in
Jerry Maguire, you fucking guys.
Boys in the Hood.
Hey, Boys in the Hood, thank you.
and the OJ.
Yeah. Anyway,
Go.
Terrence Howard and Cuba Gooding Jr.
And our boy, Udo Kier.
Oh, Udo.
I'm talking about the new movie at Shudder that just came out. It's called Skeletons in the Closet.
I'm sorry, it's a new movie?
It's a new movie.
Wild.
Wild
That's a
indeed.
cast.
That is a cat. We saw Udo in person once.
I was this far away from Udo.
Nice.
Haunted by a malevolent spirit since childhood, a desperate mother allows herself to become possessed in order to save the life of her terminally ill daughter.
Dang.
So I just want to rephrase this. The mother became possessed in order to extract the disease from her daughter.
Cool. I love this. And?
Do you remember that scene in Ted
Yeah.
that we all know and love?
Sure.
Where
Which
you
one?
go, hey, yo, Kareem.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you suck, Kareem.
Yeah.
That's this movie.
Oh.
Just
Big airball.
Kobe that into the trash, my boys.
No. Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. I don't even think Terrence Howard knows what movie he's in.
Is he just asleep?
He's doing something.
Oh, okay.
Something.
Cuba Gooding Jr. was just like, hey, I'm getting paid. I'll do this.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he has a thing in his contract that if he does like thrillers that the movie has to like shit has to hit the fan when he shows up.
Wow.
Because when Udo shows up, all hell breaks loose.
Oh no.
Yeah. Skeletons in the closet. Avoid it like the plague.
It's bad.
It's bad. It's bad. I remember this movie called Halloween Town.
Yeah.
It's an ABC family like Sunday movie.
Yeah.
The effects in it, absolutely atrocity.
Right.
This movie probably had the same effects team.
Oh no.
Just watch it and just watch for the fire and then come back and talk to me.
Does it look like the fire's not even in it?
The
It's
fire's
just like
not
pasted
even
on top.
not even in it. It
I
looks
love
like
it.
it was like painted.
I love
like
it.
just like
Does
and
the
then like a
fire
little bit of
rise?
like flare effect.
Yeah.
Does the fire rise, brother?
Yeah.
The fire rises.
This movie, man, I was really upset. I was kind of like when I was reading up on it before I watched it, I was like, Terrence Howard, all right, Cuba,
Yeah.
and then Udo, and then I was like, yeah, Udo,
Cool.
because Udo just
Thumbs
showed
up.
the thumb that actually works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Junk.
Junk.
All right. Chuck it in the bin.
You know what? You could have probably just not told us about the whole fire thing and say, "Come back to me and tell me about
Yeah.
it," because I'm not
Watch
going
it for the
to.
effects and come back and talk to me
I'm
about
not
it.
going to. I assure you, I'm not going to.
Love it.
I was really upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, bang, first, like right out the gate, Shutter. I was like, yeah, we're here, we're back, baby.
You were not back.
Not back.
At least what's it called? It's coming. Late Night with the Devil or whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped for that.
Yeah, we need something at the new top end of the Shutter scale for this year. Right
Yeah,
now,
we do.
it's pretty bad. It's bleak.
Yeah, it's bleak right now. But Destroy All Humans is it. You know what? Fuck this movie. Go watch Destroy All
The
All
Prague
Neighbors.
Rock movie?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, the Prague Rock.
Prague.
Prague
Rock movie.
Rock movie.
The Frankel Rock movie.
Fucking Alex Winter, man.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
We can do it.
So, are we gonna get to the main segment?
Yeah, let's talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm
Zelda Williams' directorial debut, Lisa Frankenstein.
Written by Diablo Cody.
Diablo Cody. I'm officially banned from picking the movie with my group of friends. Shout out to my movie club brothers, Brad, Mason, and Mike. Yeah, I can't pick the movie for a bit.
Oh, they put you in the penalty box?
I'm in the penalty box for this one.
For Lisa Frankenstein?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Tony.
Yeah.
Is that who you saw it with?
That's who I saw it
Oh,
with.
Tony.
Yeah.
Yes. We were in a group, and there's about 15 of us in the theater,
Oh, that's impressive.
all women.
I'm
Sure.
And we were the four only guys in there, and we were all like, there was always a spot between us, so it looked even more weird because we weren't
Right,
technically
you were
together.
just
We were spaced
kind of
out.
there.
You guys just didn't want to look gay?
We're big fucking guys. Like
okay.
going like it's
Okay.
like
You don't like
You know?
whispering in each other's ears in the
Okay.
middle of the
I
movie?
fucking whispered. I almost whispered in Brad's ear and being like, "What the fuck are we watching right
Yeah.
now?"
So I take it you guys aren't fans of Lisa Frankenstein.
No,
Not the
Not-
biggest fan.
not the biggest fan.
No.
Do you guys
Remind
want
me to bring up some of their comments because their
do you guys,
comments
do
will
you guys
make
want me to
laugh.
paint a picture of what Lisa Frankenstein is about?
Yes, paint the picture.
Okay. So it's 1989, and a young woman named Lisa Swallows, which they don't do anything with that last name whatsoever.
It's great, though.
As played by Catherine Newton. Her mother has been brutally murdered, and
Yep.
she now lives with her dad, her stepmom, who is played by Carla Gugino, and her stepsister, who is Taffy. Her name's Taffy, and she's very typical happy-go-lucky cheerleader type. And
Yep.
her name, James, what is her name?
Taffy is Liza Soberman.
Yes.
Or
And-
Liza, I guess.
Liza.
Soberman.
And she is literally the best thing about this movie, but we're going to come back to that. So she's Miss Lisa Swallows. She's kind of a she's kind of a shut-in. She kind of fucked up, because she watched her mother get murdered, and they just think it's tee.
Yep.
And she spends a lot of time in a local graveyard.
Yep.
Where she kind of fascinated about a guy named Frankenstein.
Indeed.
Which, cool. And one night there is an electrical storm, and sure enough, Mr. Frankenstein is brought back from the dead, and he goes to see her. And from there, they kind of become fast friends. And there's kind of a will they, won't they? And she has to help him get new body parts, and murders happen. And yeah. And then it's supposed to be a romantic comedy, but it doesn't really have most of the romance, because they kind of forget about the part that they want to have, that the will they, won't they after like the first scene.
Yep.
And then
not earned.
Yeah. Not really earned. All of that to say, it's Cole Sprouse from
correct.
Riverdale.
From Riverdale. He is really fucking good as like just movement and mute. He's so good in this movie. I would not have ever thought he could be this good, but he is great. He is great at the physical comedy. He's great at emoting with not being able to say a damn thing, and he has a lot of I think he brings a lot of the laughs. And Catherine Newton, she tries her best. She tries her best. She's always she's a solid player, and she's trying her best. But I also was not a big fan of this movie. It's
bad.
It's kind of a fucking mess.
Yeah, totally. What is it?
Yeah, what is
like you
what is
literally
the tone?
mentioned? It's supposed to be a romantic comedy, and then they forget about that after one scene. What is the tone of this movie?
It's kind of like a 1980s riff on like Tim Burton, I guess. Well, not even a riff.
It's
Tim Burton,
straight up,
early Tim Burton. Like I got like Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuicy vibes.
Yeah,
and definitely Edward Scissorhands for sure.
And what's his first one? The dog,
Frankenweenie.
Yeah,
I got those vibes from it, and like vaguely Blue Velvet, just because of the whole 1950s thing and how everything's like happy-go-lucky and nobody's noticing like the shitty shit that's happening.
Yeah,
like a random sexual assault, which you're just like, okay.
And that scene was so fucking weird. Like,
that whole opening was fucked, because like it what was bothering me too is like we're going through this opening and they're driving to this party and just exposition dumping at you the entire time. They're just telling you everything you need to know without ever showing, like, and that was part of it too, like even Lisa's motivations. I don't fucking understand. No, Lisa.
Oh, Lisa Swallows.
Lisa Swallows. The titular Lisa. I didn't understand the motivations of her character most of the time. Does she want to kill people? Does she want to just find a boy? Is she a recluse, sort of mute shut-in? Is that like, what are you? What is your plan?
She doesn't have a plan. She's a kid, James.
Yeah, but it's just all over the place. It's just all over the place.
It's a coming of age film.
I get that.
And it's in the vein of the 1980s. It's in the vein John Hughesy. Like we're like Tim Burton, not John Hughes type thing. But it's just so in the second act, it just kind of like goes in all sorts of directions. And then the third act is just like rush to the finish.
Yeah. What? Why? Like,
and it forgets about the romantic.
baffled.
It definitely forgets about the romance angle
Baffled.
for sure.
Did they explain the whole tanning bed thing?
Nope.
They
Just
didn't
that
explain
it causes it like electrocuted her at the beginning. So the thought was because he came back to life with electrocution, that was like the final step to sewing on the new body part was to like be electrocuted with it. Which also didn't explain how he kept getting progressively better looking throughout that entire process. They didn't replace his cheeks, and yet he got a new hand, and all of a sudden his face was clean.
Yeah,
it was like,
reminded me of the Mummy, like when the Mummy film where he was just picking off people.
Yeah, but none of that was explained.
No, nothing was explained.
I'll buy that. I will buy that. It's just that when I'm selling the movie as they have to find body parts so he can kind of become more human type thing.
Yeah.
They don't really there's not much of it.
Nope.
It's just kind of like they kind of do it. And then there's like this coming of age stuff where she's trying to find herself and trying to like be an individual, which, okay, I can respect that.
Yeah.
But they don't really do anything with it. And then there's like this whole roster of supporting cast members who you're like, oh, they're going to do something. They're going to have a point in this movie. Nope.
I don't even know what the point of this movie is.
And they cut Carla Gugino out way too early.
Yeah.
Like she is positively fucking wicked stepmother. And then she just inexplicably not in the movie anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. And they drop a whole thing about like how she was supposed to give Taffy the diamond studded earring that is in his fucking ear.
Yeah.
And they do nothing with it.
There's a lot of stuff they don't do anything with. It's a lot of just like ideas.
Yeah.
And then just no follow up.
What the fuck happened to the drug dealer? What's her face that kept popping up every random?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Where the fuck is she?
Oh, the PCP girl?
Yeah.
What the hell? She's barely. You're like, she's gonna have a point in this movie. Nope.
She was just here to give her PCP at the party.
The dad's gonna have a point in this movie.
Right.
Nope.
Like that, and
although
that again, why are you drinking PCP? Like, is that just a thing?
Just liquid PCP in a solo cup?
Like, what the fuck?
It was the 80s. Just let it go.
Yeah.
What was?
No.
What kind of phone did the dad have?
A shoe phone.
The shoe phone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's okay, Diablo. I get that.
Even that fucking whole but even that fucking whole scene was whack. Like when
I
he was like
that
breaking
scene
into
a
his
lot.
Sure,
but then the rest of the movie doesn't really go with it. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
It's definitely like, I get it. She's a teenager. She's going through all sorts of moods. She's going through all sorts of shit and changes. And that's kind of what the movie is kind of trying to emulate. But it also needed to be consistent, and it's very inconsistent.
It's very inconsistent.
And there is a scene late in the third act that just kind of comes out of nowhere. They're building to it, but like the payoff, it's a strange payoff. I know it's a PG-13, but I didn't actually understand what was happening in that scene until afterwards.
Yeah.
And I was just like, is that because you were a PG-13 and you were wanting an R, or like, is this just because it was badly edited? Like, it's indecipherable until afterwards. You're like, oh, okay, that's what they did.
Yeah. No idea.
Just, yeah. I wanted to love this movie. I really liked the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer was well cut. And I really was actually like, I saw and it was like, oh, this could be kind of fun.
I like Diablo Cody, but like,
you shouldn't.
Like, she just, it's so inconsistent and like, it has no edge. No. It has no fucking, like, it's not sharp. Nope. Like, there's a couple of the jokes are in there.
Some are good.
Type thing. Like, there's one where she just like off the cuff. I have to go change my pad.
I was literally just thinking about that joke. I was like, that one got me.
Right, that's a Diablo like, Cody. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. But yeah, then there's other stuff that you're just like, what happened to the girl who wrote Juno?
Yeah. It just made me want to watch Jennifer's Body, to be honest with you.
I saw that recently. It's not half bad.
It's not good.
It's fucking wild.
It's wild. And that's what I thought, because everyone kept saying about this movie is, oh, it's Diablo Cody's return to horror. Like, she'll get recognized. That she didn't, because now Jennifer's Body is now a cult status now. So they're riding on that. And that's what I was hoping for. I didn't get that.
No, you did not.
Because I have seen Jennifer's Body recently, and that is fucking vicious.
Yeah. Did you just say you want to watch it again?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But I've seen it recently.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I understand.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, this movie made me want to watch it again. Because that was actually like what you were saying. Sharp. Like, it was on, like they were on. Megan Fox like kills it.
Yeah.
Right? And like the violence is so like amped.
It's not even just the violence, it's just like the tone is consistent.
It's consistent.
And it knows what it wants to be, and everybody, like the dialogue is sharp.
Yeah. This, she's not doing a great job.
Yeah.
And like, I know that we're obviously not the target audience for this, because that's what I kept saying. That's what I kept saying when I was watching. And I'm like, okay, I'm not targeted. This is definitely not. I'm definitely not the demographic for this. But
even you say that, but my number one genre is teenage coming of age romantic melodramas. That is my genre.
Yeah. Well, because you're a little bitch.
That's what I'm saying. That's my genre. So don't tell me it's not my fucking genre.
Well, it's not my genre. I don't know, man. I was just expecting a little bit more. And when you got someone like Diablo Cody, you expect a little bit more, and that wasn't that.
Nope,
at all.
It wasn't.
Even like going back to Tully, like that was a lot better than this.
Tully was good. Like young adult. Like,
well, young adult is amazing.
Yeah,
that movie needs to get back to cult status.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But like you said with Tully, like I know Tully's like one of the weaker ones, but I didn't mind Tully.
Yeah, this was not. This was not it.
This was not it.
It was not it.
This was not it. But I mentioned it earlier because you mentioned her name, Liza Soberman.
Yeah.
Like the MVP of this movie.
Oh, yeah.
She's so fucking good in it.
She's acting incredibly well.
Taffy.
Okay.
Like she is so good.
Yeah.
Like she is just like rolling with the punches. She is playing that character very, very well. Yeah. She is the heart and soul of this movie.
Absolutely.
Like, I really like the scene with them in the car at the end.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really moving scene. I thought that was beautifully done. But I just think she's just perfect in this role. And it's like kind of like her big Hollywood breakout role. And like, if anything comes from this movie, I want her to get more, to book more movies.
Absolutely.
She's fucking great in it.
Absolutely.
Like from the fucking jump, she's great in it.
She's the best part of this entire movie.
She is so good. Cole Sprouse is very good. And I didn't mind Catherine Newton, but like, like Liza, like I will go to bat and I would rewatch this movie just for Liza.
Yep, that's fair.
And I like the look of it too, but it's not as good as Liza.
Yeah,
I just like the 80s and I like the pastels.
Yeah,
color palette. I really dug the color palette of this movie.
Yeah. Also, that ending is just what the fuck.
Yeah, that was odd.
A lot of questions.
There's not many questions. It's just odd.
It's just why?
No, it doesn't. Exactly. It doesn't match the tone. What?
Yeah.
What is the tone?
That's what I'm saying. There's so many. I have so many questions.
What is the tone? Why are there all these extra characters you don't need? Why is this random? The sex? We got to go back to the sexual assault. What the fuck is that?
Well, I don't even know what that is.
What the hell?
I don't know why that happens. I don't know why it's necessary.
Well, it's necessary because they
had to make him a shitty
later,
person. Yeah, okay.
But still, like I think they could have done that a little better.
Yeah,
it's just so odd. It's so oddly placed.
Yeah. That entire party scene is odd. It doesn't need to happen.
Well, it's so poorly edited too, right? Because like I'm so confused. Like, because the movie, she's just going like this. Like, I understand what they're going for, but like it's just the way they edited it, the way they shot it, it's just so fucking confusing. Because it's just a series of snippets that happen to her as she goes through, and then it leads her to the cemetery.
So do we blame this on it being Zelda Williams' directorial debut, like as like first film like jitters type thing? Would you blame it there? Would you blame it on Diablo Cody doing a bad script? Would you blame it on, is it a PG-13 movie or an R-rated movie cannibalized into PG-13?
I think it's all of it. I don't think there's one person to point it at. I think it's all of it was just not, wasn't the strongest written script. It wasn't the strongest acted movie. It wasn't the strongest directed movie. And it also aimed for a specific younger audience. So it hamstrung itself for.
But I feel like if they just leaned a little bit more into the horror, made it an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
And made it more.
It doesn't even have to be an R-rated movie.
But like if you made it along the lines of like Freaky or like Happy Death Day, like along those lines, like that tone.
Sure.
Well, Happy Death Day is a PG-13.
Oh.
I get what you're saying.
Fuck the rating.
I get what you're saying. Lean into, don't just fucking play it on all sorts of things. Just lean into one thing.
Pick a lane and fucking stay in that lane.
Yep.
And just swing. Just go for it. Don't try and be everything. Just be one fucking thing.
Yeah. Pick it and lean into it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you end up with whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah. It's just a mess.
Yep.
I saw it at a screening a few weeks ago, and I was just like, huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I was my theater consisted of 8 other people, and the majority of it it was a live studio ostrich situation. There was one guy that was kind of like ha ha for some of the jokes, but otherwise you could literally hear a pin drop during some of those jokes. I think the only one that really got anybody was like, I had to go change my pad.
Yeah, that is a good bit.
But otherwise,
it got desecrated at the box office this
Yeah.
week.
Well, it always would be. Always was going to.
well, even that is a little bit surprising. There's nothing else. What is it up against?
Well, people love
Still
Argyle.
the Beekeeper?
People, actually, the Beekeeper's still doing really
Beekeeper's
well.
still
I know, that's what I mean. Like, what the fuck is it up
The
against?
Beekeeper's at like number 3 still, and like
Yeah.
Mean Girls like is almost like out.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is impressive.
Yeah, I'm excited for that Beekeeper sequel.
I'm excited to see Argyle because I hear it's even more of a mess than Lisa
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Well,
you know it's gonna
soon.
be. You know it's gonna be Beekeeper 2, The Hive.
Fucking better be.
Yeah,
The Queen Slayer.
the
No, it's gonna be a
Queen
Beekeeper
Slayer.
2. Fucking Queen Slayer.
The Queen Slayer.
Yeah.
So this is
A resounding fuck no.
this is a chuck in the bin.
Chuck
Tony
it
is literally chucking it in the bin.
in the bin. There's been a lot of those tonight on this podcast, but
God.
it's chuck it in the bin night.
Dune's gonna save cinema. You watch.
I hope so.
You're gonna have to hope so.
Because
I really hope so.
yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it. There's a lot of book that it needs to cover in this second movie.
Yeah.
Apparently, it ends on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
he wants to make
that makes
Messiah,
sense.
right?
Like you know
Yeah.
what that means.
I don't. I really
Yeah.
don't. I don't.
I mean, in Muad'Dib we trust, but in Denny, I'll put my faith for now. That man has not delivered yet a bad movie.
This is true. This is true.
At some point, it's going to happen, but he has yet to deliver a bad movie.
Is he making Sicario 3?
I keep hearing that, but
I keep hearing
I
rumblings
also heard
about
he's
it.
supposed to be doing Cleopatra.
Yeah.
Well, him
And
returning,
Dune 3?
him returning for Sicario 3 would be great.
Oh, for
Well,
sure.
yeah, because Sicario 2 is terrible.
Sicario, Day of the Soldado is
a capital C choice.
a choice.
Oh man, that movie was bad.
Yeah,
I just remember.
yeah,
So you want to be a Sicario?
yeah. Like,
And when
it's-
he's like bleeding out, and he like just throws the grenade in the guy's
Yeah.
car.
it's just
bad.
bad. It's bad.
It's real bad.
They should never have really tried to follow up Sicario with anybody that wasn't Denis Villeneuve.
They just didn't need to make a sequel to Sicario.
No,
You really
they didn't.
They kind of
This-
said everything they needed.
They did. And like, I learned a lot about that movie. And anytime I hear somebody even mention the word Sicario, I immediately want to go home and watch Sicario because it's, I think it's moved up into like top 10 films of all time for me. Like,
Really?
it is way
That
up
is high
there.
praise.
Yeah.
I don't remember liking it that much.
It's brilliant. Like it's firing on a different level that no one quite picked up on, I think, on like the first viewing. Like it's multiple that I'm starting to see like the machinations of this movie behind the scenes. And I also learned like there was like an actual legit script for this movie, like an entirely different script than what you're actually seeing, because it was basically cut and changed on the fly to make it the way that it is. And it's 100% well worth what they did.
Well, that fucking border scene is literally like all time scene for
and
sure.
the house bit, right? Where the house blows up.
Oh, right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning of the
right at
movie.
beginning,
Yeah. It also like it
Isn't
subverts.
Kaluuya in that movie?
Yes. It subverts who you think is the main character the entire time.
Yeah.
Like it's not her.
The scene at my favorite fucking scene of that movie is the dinner table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally.
Because
Like,
it's
that is
incredible.
incredible writing. Like Benicio is on a different level.
And then right after that, you get the thing at the table where he comes in, he like puts the gun underneath her chin to make her sign the document saying that they didn't do anything illegal.
Yeah.
It's right after. Like it's just like you have no time to breathe in this movie. It is just nonstop. John Bernthal's also in that movie.
Oh, I love Johnny
Um,
Bernthal.
Yeah.
Fucking everyone is in that movie. Josh
Yeah.
Brolin.
Well, yes, Josh Brolin's in it, but John
Emily
Bernthal
Blunt,
just shows
yeah.
up as a creepy
The
guy that tries to kill her.
Burno disguise in it. Jeffrey Donovan.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I love
Yeah.
him too.
It's good.
Yeah.
He's a real
Anyway.
piece of shit.
Oh yeah, he plays the part very well.
Anyway,
Lisa Frankenstein. Everybody.
Lisa Frankenstein, everybody, chuck it in the fucking bin and go watch Sicario instead. I promise you, it's a better time.
And Beverly Hills Cop.
Or Beverly Hills Cop. Or The Lion King. Or
The Gangster, the Cop, the Devil.
Yeah, The Gangster, the Cop, the Don Lee. Just watch literally any Don Lee movie.
Champion, that's another one. That's a good one.
What about the movie I want to talk about right now?
Yeah, Dave, what's your new blue?
We got a new blue?
I do.
I'm excited.
What did that boy buy? It's Dave's New Blues.
What is it?
I mentioned it a few weeks ago. It finally came in. It's the new 4K special edition of Oldboy from Neon, which
Hell
is
yeah.
a US exclusive.
Is it the Happy Hand Job edition?
It is a happy
Hell
edition,
yeah.
Yes. It's the case is awesome.
Nice.
It's like a digibook type thing with
nice.
the essays,
Yeah.
the artwork, the
Trading cards.
there are collector cards, and they're kind of packaged in like the same wrapping paper as the movie, which is cool. And the storyboards, storyboards too. But I've been holding off on buying this because I wanted to buy it forever because they have it on 4K in the UK from Arrow, and the reason I didn't is because the second disc comes with the 2 documentaries.
Right.
Which is called Old Days and the autobiography of Oldboy, which are 110 minutes and 210 minutes.
Holy shit.
And I did not want to just not have those documentaries.
Yeah.
It comes with those. So I am very, very pleased that I held out to wait for those because I haven't watched them yet, but apparently they're very, very good.
Cool.
Like one's a narrative documentary, and then the other one is just a video diary of like how they did it. And like apparently there's a bit where they show how he ate the squid, and apparently it's pretty bad.
Nice. I've heard it. I've heard it's gnarly.
All of that to say, and there's a music and sound effect track, which is cool as shit.
Yeah.
All of that to say, I haven't seen Oldboy in at least a decade.
Yeah.
And holy shit, Oldboy is like one of the best movies of the last 24 years.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking wall to wall amazing. Just like the score, the editing, the acting.
Yeah.
It's just fucking, it's so good. You're just hanging on every moment and just, it's so brutally violent and it's so brutally emotional.
Yeah.
And just like, what the hell?
I don't think I've seen it since then ever, but since then as well. But I remember being absolutely blown away by that movie.
It's amazing. It like there is not a bad thing I can say about this movie.
Yeah,
it's just it's so top fucking notch. Like I can't even. And
I mean, like
I needed to look up his name because I needed to say it right. Choi Min-sik, who plays Ode Soo, like one of the best performances.
Oh yeah.
Of that decade,
the
2000s, maybe one of the best performances ever put to celluloid. He is fucking incredible in this movie.
Yeah,
that just the journey he goes through, just incredible.
Yeah, and a piece of history with that fucking hallway fight scene.
Like, that's
cinematic history.
That was a great fucking scene. And him trying to pull Buddy's teeth out.
Yeah,
great fucking scene.
Yeah, that fucking hallway scene is literally like textbook. Like.
It literally is a textbook.
Anything that came after that, owes a little piece to that scene.
Absolutely,
like fucking insane.
It look on 4K looks incredible.
Absolutely.
And of course, my fucking disc. I don't know if this happens to you. I don't know how many movies you've watched on your new 4K player, but sometimes it just stops. Like it'll just glitch out and then you have to take the disc out, put it back in to make it work. Happened to me with Tenet, and it happened to me with this movie in the most pivotal fucking scene the movie. It's like him remembering the school. Yeah. That's when it happened. I was like, are you kidding? This is the pivotal scene. I need to see this scene. Why are you glitching on me now?
Oh God. That's never happened to me ever, man.
It's just, it's just like the layer changes, or there's something about the layer changes with a 4K disc that aren't quite as
yeah. I mean, I've watched
they're not quite as, it's not like the Blu-ray, like Blu-rays. I think Blu-rays are the best out of disc technology. Yeah. But 4Ks, like there's certain layer switches, and It might just be the player. It might just be the player, but I know other players do it too.
That's why you got to get yourself a PS5.
Yeah, I'll get there, James.
Number 1 4K on the market.
I'll get there, James. I'm happy with my Sony.
I love my
not a PS5. Anyway, all of this to say, if you haven't seen Oldboy ever, you need to watch it now. If you haven't seen Oldboy in a while, you need to watch it again. And if you can get your hands on this, Happy Hand Job edition, as Tony calls it, you will not be disappointed. Well, honestly, if you get your hands on any version of this, hopefully in 4K, if you
hopefully
can find
in 4K,
it somewhere,
you should be able to. You might have to. You're gonna have to import it as a Canadian. You're gonna have to import the 4K from somewhere. Well worth the purchase.
Yeah.
Well worth the purchase, and I really got to get into some fucking Park Chan-wook.
Absolutely,
I gotta dive. I gotta dive in.
Have I seen? I feel like I've seen another Park Chan-wook.
We did Decision to Leave, which I still haven't seen.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And he also did The Handmaiden, which I really want to see too.
I still can't get on board with Decision to Leave.
Yeah,
I can't get on board.
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah,
I need to see. I haven't seen it. It was between that and Broker, and we decided to go on Broker, but apparently we should have gone for Decision to Leave.
Yeah, but you know what, man? Broker, I'm happy we saw Broker.
Well, that's just because you like telling people now that you're glad that they were born.
Dude, like one of the most emotionally crippling scenes I've seen in a long time. Like I am still not okay from that scene. I was so emotionally destroyed.
I get it.
There's a movie he's done. It's called like JLA. Buddy from Parasite's in it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's on Arrow.
Yeah, I really want to see that. It's in black and white, and apparently it's nuts.
Joint security area.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And like he did Thirst too, and I remember Thirst was a banger.
I need to see Thirst again. I need to see Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Lady Vengeance again. And I don't think I need to see Stoker again. I could probably live.
Yeah,
no, fucking Stoker. Jesus Christ.
I can live with those.
Are you now gonna watch Spike Lee's Oldboy?
I was gonna ask Tony to let me borrow it.
Nice.
But loves that movie. But
I saw a trailer for it recently and it does not look good.
The reason why she loves it is because she's never seen the Korean version. So
that's the only version of Oldboy she's ever seen.
That's the only version she's ever seen, right? Because I was always like, we gotta watch it, we gotta watch it, we gotta watch it. We never got to it, but I really, now that it's out on 4K, I really want to sit her down and watch it, and then she'll
cock shotgun. Shame.
Yeah, yeah. But she likes it because like she likes the story. The remake of Oldboy is pretty much spot on to.
It's pretty close.
It's pretty close, right? Aside from a few tweaks.
I remember being
she likes that.
I remember the turn being a little grosser.
Yeah, the turn. Yeah, we won't.
And I also remember the first time Scarlet Witch meets up with Thanos ending a little differently than it did in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch it again, just to kind of compare it. But I know it's not going to hold it. I know it's not going to hold a candle to it.
All right. Well,
we saw it in the theater.
We did see that in the theater. That was a terrible decision. that was a very bad decision.
No one could have predicted that an American remake of Oldboy was A, not necessary, and B, going to be bad.
Yeah.
Well, Spielberg was supposed to do it with Will Smith, and then we got Spike Lee and Josh Brolin.
That would have been interesting. I could have. There's Will Smith. Tarantino wrote Django Unchained for Will Smith, and if he did that movie, he would have won.
Oh, for sure.
He would have won.
For sure.
Yeah. That would have been weird. I got to think about now Will Smith and Jamie Foxx's role.
I think he could have done it.
I think
he could have done it.
He could have done it. You can't unsee Jamie Foxx. Like Jamie Foxx is such an iconic performance, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, he most certainly could have done. I definitely can. You know how you're like, oh, he can do this movie, but could he do this? I can definitely still.
I can see him.
I can see Big Willie doing this.
Trying
movie.
to picture it is all.
Less Riz than Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah,
but I can definitely see him doing it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oldboy. Fucking do it. Everybody.
Amazing.
Cool.
Amazing. No notes.
Well, I think we'll wrap up this episode for this evening.
Yes, sir.
Talked about a lot of things.
We did.
But all of them can go in the bin. Most of them can go in the bin. Some of them can go in the bin. There was a lot more chucking in the bin in this episode than I think we've ever had in previous episodes.
That's fair.
And I'm okay with that. But we
There's
listed out some bangers for you.
Too.
Literally pick any one of our bests or Dave's New Blue over seeing Lisa Frankenstein. And we'll be back in a couple weeks, and then we're ramping up and getting ready for both the Oscars and Dune. Very, very excited about.
Yes.
I think we have a special episode dedicated to Dune. Is that our plan?
I think so, and we better all have the popcorn buckets while we're recording it.
Well, I'm gonna have the popcorn bucket. I'm just gonna turn my mic gain down because you don't want to hear what I'm doing to the popcorn bucket the entire time.
Melissa wants it. I've never been so excited.
I'm thrilled.
Alyssa's not thrilled, but she knows I need it.
The moment, Dave, I'm looking to you because you are more in tune with the internet. The moment Cineplex puts it up for sale, please let me know because I want to have it and bring it to my screening of Dune 2 and my popcorn out of it.
Me too.
I will let you know. I'm definitely keeping an eye out.
I've always wanted to fist Shia Lude's fucking face.
Sandworm.
Yeah.
God.
But they definitely have it coming. They teased
I
it
know
on
they
social,
did.
so
The social post was funny. Especially when they got to they were giving all these different uses for your popcorn bucket, and then they were just like redacted.
Yeah, I need it. There's part of me that thinks I'm not going to get it because it's going to sell out, but I also think that with all the social aspect, I think they're going to make more of them.
Yeah. Well, just let me know, and I'm going to run over to fucking Cineplex Mountain and buy 3 of them immediately. Or if I'm at work, you're running to Cineplex.
There's part of me that
put
thinks
the kids in the car.
One of us, I feel like, is going to end up buying 3 of them.
Yes, you absolutely are.
Or bringing the kids with me.
Yeah,
Quentin to buy one.
They all need them. Yeah. Eloise's first Doom 2 popcorn bucket.
She wants the Doom popcorn bucket.
It's just Eloise in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because limit 1 per customer. Let's go, kids.
That's it. Here's all 3 of my customers. We all want popcorn bins.
We all want the popcorn buckets.
You want popcorn in it? Absolutely not. Do not put a single kernel in there.
Mel wants to use it here, when we make popcorn.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I also will bring mine to the theater to watch Dune 2 and get them to put popcorn in it.
Yeah, I want that.
Buddy, just Dune 2. That would just be my popcorn bucket. Going to Cineplex.
I hope the top is washable. Dishwashable.
It better be. Even real for what it's supposed to be used for. Like buttery popcorn, it better be clean. They better be able to wash it.
Oh no. Anyway, we'll catch you all in 2 weeks. Until then, I am still Jimmy, and I'm here with
Tony V.
The delightful Dave Baldwin.
And we will be back with you